Hello students. Till now we have discussed finite automata with input only. Today I will explain finite automatas with input and output both. That is, along with inputs, outputs will also be associated there. So let's start. Finite automata, there are two types of finite machines, without output and with output. Without output means only inputs are associated with each states. So there are three types of finite machines without output: DFA, deterministic finite automata, non-deterministic finite automata, and epsilon, non-deterministic finite automata. And with output, there are two types of machines: Millet machines and Murray machines. In Millet machines, output is associated with transition. Transition means with present state and present input. And in Murray machine, output is associated with each state only. So in today's video lecture, we'll study finite automata with outputs. So let's start from the definition of Millet and Murray machine. First, Millet machine. Millet machine is a finite state machine whose output depends on the present state as well as the present input. And the Murray machine is a finite machine whose output depends only on the present state. It means in Millet machine, present states and present input both together gives the output, but in Murray machine only the present state gives the output. So let us start finite automata with output. Now we study this topic in detail. So just now I have told you there are two types of finite automatas with output: Millet machine and Murray machine. Now the Millet machine is represented by 6 tuples: finite set of states, set of inputs, set of outputs. This sigma is set of inputs, delta is set of outputs. Now set of inputs means like binary numbers 0, 1, and you may write Roman A, B, C. These are called symbols. So this sigma set of inputs means set of symbols. They may be binary, they may be Roman. Set of outputs is again set of symbol. They may be again binary or Roman. And sigma and delta both are called alphabets. Delta is transition function, and this transition function is delta is from Q cross sigma to Q. Q is set of states, and this lambda is output function, and it is from Q cross sigma to delta. Delta is set of outputs. Now here you can see the output, here a state and an input. Both together gives an output. Q0 is initial state. And now in Murray machine, again it is 6 tuples. Same, Q is set of states, sigma is set of inputs, set of outputs, delta is transition function as usual as in Millet machine. Now this output function for Murray machine is different from the output function of Millet machine. Here the output function lambda is from Q to delta, set of outputs. So now you can see this outputs, only the state gives you the output. It means this shows that there is not any input. So now I hope you understand that output depends only on the present state, and again Q naught is initial state. So let us understand more about Mealy machine by an example. So this is the state transition diagram of a Mealy machine. I have put an arrow here. Q1 is another state. In finite automatas with output, we don't write any state in two circles because there is not any final state. So here how to read this finite machine, we read it as Q naught is getting input 1 and producing B output. Here Q naught getting input 0 moves to Q1 and producing A as an output. Again Q1 getting input 1 moves to Q1 producing A as output. Similarly, Q1 on getting 0 as input moves to Q naught, produces B as output. So now I hope you understand. Now let's see, if the input string is given for a Mealy machine, then how to find the corresponding output string. Suppose the input string is 1010, and now we try to find the output string. So because Q naught is the initial state, so we start from Q naught. Now when the input is 1, so from this diagram you can see Q naught goes to Q naught. So here I write Q naught to Q naught. Next, now we are at Q naught. Now when the input is 0, Q naught moves to Q1. So here we write next, getting 0 as input, Q naught to Q1, and Q1, and this next input is 1. So Q1 getting input 1, Q1 moves to Q1. So here I write Q1, and when the input is 0, Q1 moves to Q naught, right? And now we write their outputs. When with the input 1, Q naught moves to Q naught, and this Q naught produces the output B. Now with input 0, Q naught moves to Q1, Q naught moves to Q1, produces output A. With 1 as input, Q1 to Q1, 1 as input, Q1 to Q1, produces output A. And similarly, here this transition is producing output B. So now we can write, if 1010 is the input string, then the corresponding output string is BAAB. Now this is an example of Mealy machine. Now again we are having two states. So as I have already told you, in Mealy machine outputs are associated with the present states only. So here Q naught is the present state producing output A. Q1 is the present state producing output B. So here you can see, in Mealy machine each state consists of the state itself and the output generated by itself. So Q naught is the state, A is the output. Here Q1 is the state and B is the output. And this is input 0 and 1 are the two inputs. So now this is the Mealy machine. Again we are taking the same input string 1010, and let's see what will be the corresponding output string. So because the initial state is 0, q naught, q0. So we start from this. When the input is 1, q naught moves to q naught, q naught moves to q naught. Here q naught is producing output A. Initially output is A. For this q naught also the output is A. The second input is in this string, second is 0. Q naught getting 0 as input, q naught moves to q1, getting input 0, q naught moves to q1, producing output B. There is output B. Now next one, q1 getting 1 as input, q1 moves to q naught, and the output produces output A. And similarly with 0 as input, q naught moves to q1 and with produces output B. So now you can see the output string, corresponding output string is A, B, A, B. So here you must be observing one thing. If the input string in Moore machine, if the input string is of length 4, then the output string will be of length 5. So in general we can say in Moore machine, if the input string is n, then the output string must be of length n plus 1. But in Mealy machine, if the input string is of length n, then the output string will also be of length n.